Hello, everybody. We're back live again. I went out real quick, and now I'm back. I'm about to continue working. Do what I love to do always. Any oh, let's bring this. I did. Let me also confirm that we're live. Turn up the air conditioner. Looks like it. Looks like it. Oh, that wasn't intended. Yep. Shall we? Actually, while I was out, I had some perspiration, and I could show you one thing. Actually, let's go to innate module, and let's maybe go to up. Let's go there. I'll show you something. If we go down a little bit, what you're gonna notice is actually we are making a blunder here. So we instantiate, every time we call DB, we're actually creating a new database instance, like this setup basically. So probably makes more sense to actually just say new, because when you say setup DB, in which case when we say setup DB, right, we are essentially creating a new instance every time. We're calling connect init, right? Connect init connect. So in this case, we are passing memory. Let's say we're passing something like this. Man, bam, 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 right? Every time it's creating a new instance. So that is probably not the way to go. And to make it evident, we probably should just call setup like new. So it's gonna make it evident that we're like instantiating, because when we call setup db here, every time we call db, we are creating a new instance of setup db, essentially a new instance of the database. So in order to like circumvent that, what we actually want to do is, let's come here. I need to confirm that clap does support this, but I was looking at let's say having something like database here, uh, something like this, and actually now it's complaining about ag password or whatever, but like skip, I hope it does support skip. If it does, then what we actually want to do is where do we instantiate these? We call pairs. This is up. So let's see how about we have that. Okay. Do we have default? Why are we implementing default? Do we need it? Let me see. The trade bound, any not satisfied. Default is not implemented for this, so maybe we might want to use option in the meantime. Alternatively, we could probably have the setup itself, so we could do setup TV, and for that, let's see if it makes sense to implement default for it. Maybe not, because we need the runtime configuration, and of course we can pass the runtime configuration to this. This is what I mean. We can do runtime config, and when you do like yeah, let's annotate that first. Derive debug, maybe not clone. In this case, maybe it might be possible to do implement default basically we can just do db equals self dot new we don't have access to the runtime configuration yet, so anyway, that was a nice little experiment. Let's undo everything there. Maybe we undid quite a lot, a little bit too much. Okay, save that. Let's go here. So you know what, let's just make this an option, and skip. We skip. I'm actually curious though, does this require default being implemented? It doesn't. So why couldn't we just do okay, skip requires, I guess if it's using it, then it just calls default on that. That makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. So in this case, when we say up, anytime we're calling run, maybe we actually wanna because the thing is, it would have been a different thing if we would be returning db like we were previously, then we'll still have access to the same instance, but since we're not doing it, then we want to store like a reference to that. So we can do like connection create connection, and we do that. But when we create connection, we get set up, and then we call this dot db equals setup oh, that actually returns the db itself, so can return a clone to that. And you know what, so I say db, this probably should have mutable. I think it shouldn't return anything. Let's see. This should complain, and it's probably gonna complain later. Anyway, so here we just wanna do self.db clone and wrap. I mean, we can return a result here, but we're mainly using this in the test, so it's not so important. Let's do the same here. No, let's take it up. Let's do hello, how are you? I'm actually live now. I'm using my AirPods, so no one can hear you. We're safe. How are you? What's good? I just gotta watch what I say. But you can say whatever you wanna say. Don't worry, you're safe. You're safe. Yep, I am live because it's fun. It's fun to throw myself in the lion's den. Yeah, how are you? Okay, what show is there? You. It's called basically that's me. It's interesting. Okay. Okay. That is cool. If it's called me, then it must be cool. So what's the show about? Actually, I need to be sure because sometimes my AirPod might be too loud and my speaker might actually pick it up. So probably I want to let me reduce the microphone's sensitivity a little bit. But I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I guess I'm just trying to. Let me actually confirm that thing. Okay, yeah, live here. I'm watching myself. Cool. Yeah. So what's the show about? Okay, so let's do the same for generate. You're crazy. Just like you. No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. I'm just kidding. Or are you crazy? You think you're not crazy? Really? Maybe. But you're not. You're nuts. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha. So actually, if we, sorry, I'm talking to the live now. Like if we do, right. So where are we actually instantiating this then? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. So we're meant to, I guess, create a connection. Create and set connection. You know what? Oh so Peter. Okay. So one thing we can actually do. Sorry. I'm just trying to. One thing we can do is we don't even. We can even do it here. We can do like if self.db is none, then we only set it when it doesn't exist, right? So that we don't override in the case of, you're gonna see where this makes sense now. But anyway, we need to create a connection before we can use it, because yeah, we're getting access to connection. And I'm actually thinking we could let the CLI struct be responsible for creating the connection. So I mean, we could do it on this line, but I'll come back to this. Let's go elsewhere first. How are you? Let's see what this will look like here. This is generate. So the so obviously we can I guess we can just pass it in. Let's do that. We can always make it better, better, better. So actually we can stick to the status quo and do up db and await that and create connection. We really don't have to create connection here. Is this the part where it actually makes us to get to runtime configuration? Create an set. I mean, we could leave this implementation empty. Let's just comment it out for now. So generate is done. Let's do for init. We're gonna do the same thing because it's similar to generate actually. So let's put generate on this side. Up. Okay, we're doing for init. Oh no, let's do the client. Now my heart is yours forever. You're the one I wanna dance with for the rest of my life. We can probably close this on the side. Let's check up. It's yours forever. Needs forever. Never found you. So essentially we can do some I mean, let's check. It's just real. For the rest of my life, you're the one Don't you will be reset will use the same as this. Don't you Abdul Shakur. Oh, that's a wonderful name. Yeah, it is Vim. It's new Vim. New Vim. It is new Vim. How are you today, Shakur? Abdul Shakur. Where are you chatting from? Also, that's my favorite question, right? So this is init command. Yep. Yippee. I was expecting that. Yep. I told you. Oh, how was Pakistan today? What time is it in Pakistan? How do you say thank you in Pakistani? Cannot assign. Yeah, so I was expecting that. I actually did change that earlier before, because this has to be immutable. Reference. Oh yeah, we can do mutable. Okay. That's quite a distance. It's 11:44 p.m. here. Probably 12 hours difference. How are you doing today? How did you find my channel? And thanks for joining in. Let's do for down. Let's check the list. Do that. Can probably improve that a little bit. Yep. I think I saw it on Twitch, or maybe it was either another. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's actually cool. That's interesting. I streamed on Twitch a few times before I just switched fully to YouTube. Because Twitch, after I guess 24 hours, they delete all your stream, and I didn't like that, so I just like started like streaming here and keeping everything here. In the future, I might stream on Twitch also when I get the time to figure out how to do it on both platforms. I might do that. That. So what we can do, since we're using type builder there, we can do builder. Is there like builder skip? If there isn't, we can just default option. The algorithm bot brought you back. I'm glad the algorithm did. The algorithm is monstrous. Um so so let's actually take all that. Store an instance of the database. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Is there like a better option than OBS? I guess there's Streamlab. I don't think I ever tried that. So let's go to the CLI. Let's just remove all that. Boom, 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 boom. So we're getting the DB here. How about create and set DB? I guess we could do async async function create and set DB. I mean, we could probably just copy. I could do async fun create and set connection. What was the name? Let's give it a little bit more hints, and we can just implement command for the entire CLI actually. Or what do you think? So yep, create and set connection, and you know what I'm thinking. This oh yeah, it's supposed to be empty, empty. Yep. You know what, we could actually just say implement command for subcommand. Maybe that's not ideal. Yep, so that makes it more robust. Didn't try Streamlab, we try to. I like watching people code. Oh, that's beautiful. I would probably try some front end live stream Flutter, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. You should. You should. You should. You should. Yeah. I've been working on this project like tirelessly for a year. I just decided like why not just stream it? And I had some mental bandwidth to do that, and I just decided to do it. And I've been doing it ever since then. So I'm calling this command. Maybe I should call it DB connection settings. Let me just call it something like that. So when we go here and we can start with submit, create connection, and create and set connection. So with that, it's gonna create connection for uh, any of the CLI there. Let's make this mutable. So this will be responsible for that now. Make CLI struct responsible for creating command connection, reconnection. Yep. So that's gonna be responsible for that. But what would it look like for init? Let's see. Init, when it calls create connection for init, it basically does nothing because we really don't want it to do anything actually. And what would it then look like if it does nothing when it calls create connection here? And we get here, we do if run setup run blah blah blah. So I guess yeah, we want to do set that up, the create connection. We want up to be responsible for that. I guess the same goes for generate. Let up be responsible for that, and for reset, a little bit different this time. Init command will be responsible for it, and init would in turn call up. So I can do delegate connection creation for init generate and reset. Delegate connection for up to leave it that way. Cool. That way we could come here and create and set connection, and then that way each of the command would be starting the connection, then we run our command, and then we return the database instance. So what if we go to, should we clean things up a little bit first? Checking it again and try to clear the cover and testing it. So we're having some authentication issues earlier. Let's see first if that fixed that, because there's a problem with authentication. Hello, how are you? I'm in California. Hello from the outside. Tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. It don't matter you anymore. Ooh, anymore. Ooh, anymore, yeah. Anymore. Hello from the outside. Another time to tell you I'm sorry. I think that yeah. So I think we can just probably just do this. You're still watching the show? Cool. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I saw you hung up. So I was mad. Damn, I be mad. I be so damn mad at you. Why you gotta bail on me like that? Nah. No, why you gotta do your boy like that? Of course you bailed on me. You did what? Oh, but you didn't even say nothing. You just bailed. You were, but you didn't text me. waited a few minutes for your text. I never got it. I never did. I'm just teasing you. No, I'm actually not teasing you. I'm mad. Hmm? I shouldn't be. What if I am? A little bit. It's okay. I got you. You ain't gotta be sorry. Or maybe you should be. Just a little bit. Don't do it again. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. Huh? You said, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. I mean, you're free to continue watching your show. I'm not gonna be the guy to tell you not to watch your show. So watch your show. You sure? Okay, cool. Cool. That is cool. So we're saying DB name is test by default. I mean it's nice to actually have that. So I might as well just leave it because you get some more benefit. Or like, does it look like I'm going crazy? It feels as though I'm talking to myself, right? You don't know when I'm talking to you, and you don't know when it's, that's what you get when you've got a dose of madness in you. I guess you need a little bit of that to survive in this world. Was I talking to you? Guess what? What do you think? You guess. That's why I'm telling you to guess. Was I talking to you? Why would I wanna talk to you though? Why would I wanna talk to you? I ain't your homie. Why would I wanna talk to you? Today doesn't feel. Oh, it's actually a new day. Can you imagine that? How crazy time is flying. Isn't that crazy to you? It's crazy. It is crazy. It's crazy. You assist on a side. Oh. My voice is actually making some kind of like drag sound with the air conditioner when I do. Oh, is it my earphone? Oh yeah, it is. It was my earphone, my AirPod. Um, yeah. So why we messing up here? Default strict memory. Memory brings back, memories brings back you. So you know what? I'm gonna debug this. To the, yeah. I need to maybe say it's a string. Let's see what it actually generates, because that can also be the problem. Christmas is in 2 days. Can you imagine that? I I've got a lot of gifts to buy. I need to. Um, Paul is gonna invite me, and I probably have to buy at least 12 gifts for his family, and I invited out. Okay. And for my other friend, that's about three minimum, so 15. And I have to actually do that today, and that's why I'm trying to finish up all these. So I've got about 15 gifts I need to buy, and maybe more. Am I screwed? A little close. Yeah, I think I am. So that's mem, blah blah blah. Let's see. Um, oh my god. Let's check runtime configuration. Cause I don't know. Isn't that mem? Yeah, that should be right. At least that worked on. Um, what's wrong? What am I freaking missing? Memories. Maybe I wanna be so provided. Um, hmm, let's check. Uh, uh, uh. Let's check config. Let's go here. Connect. Okay. So let's see the options. Yeah, there's memory, instantiate an in-memory instance. So what are we missing? Because why is the authentication failing? Tell you what, I'm just gonna go here and log every damn thing. So let's also log runtime config. No, everything. Log everything. How are you though? I don't think I've asked that question today. I've only asked about AJ. You sure? All good? You having a good day today? Oh, that's good. That's cool. That's what I wanna hear. I mean, that's not. I wanna hear on the truth, not essentially, and not necessarily what's positive. If you get what I mean. Um, URL memory. Huh. Okay, that's getting interesting. Yeah, no, it's okay because when you do to string, you get actually the right thing. This is a little bit annoying though, cause why invalid hot? Why are we getting invalid auth? Let's do 162. So it's happening on this line, yeah. This is root. Root connection to URL. You know what? I'm just gonna just to be sure that the implementation something hasn't changed in the previous version. I'm gonna downgrade that. Oh, there is 1.02 now. Maybe they fixed that. I was meant to downgrade, now I'm upgrading again. I like screwing myself over. You know, it's almost Christmas. Basically, we're a day away from Christmas. Isn't that crazy though? How do you feel about it? Are you excited? Excited to see Santa Claus. Yeah, you excited to see Santa's Claus, like. I'm actually getting hungry now. Are you eating tonight? What did you eat? What did you eat? Are you eating? Yeah, we had some interesting stuff at the dinner. It was okay. It was okay. Some steaks also. But now I'm getting hungry. I napped a little bit this afternoon, last afternoon, so that was good. I was meant to start my streaming much earlier after I came back from the gym, ate some stuff. I came ready to stream, but I wasn't really feeling sleepy, but I felt fatigued, and I was like, I mean, I'm sure I can push myself for another 10 hours, but why should I? I mean, it's good to always push yourself, but I felt like I needed that rest. I really did. I'm glad I took it. Yeah. It's taking too long for Rust Analyzer to load. Okay, dude. So let's test it again. Let's see if something changed. So it's recompiling the new version. It's like a patch version. If it doesn't work, honestly, I think I'm just gonna go sleep because it's already like midnight, and I'll probably just continue tomorrow. We need to figure out why the signing in is not working, and maybe we just, you know what, after this I'm just gonna do a little like contrived example and test things out first before we start doing something elaborate, so we can contain the test and see why it's not running. It's recompiling. I'll tell you what I mean. So we can just go here, just maybe create another test and call that sorry, and here we can just pretty much do the same thing we're doing here. Go. So we can do something like this. just to test things out and understand the issue. And here we user root. Yeah, we do tests. Here we also do tests. Yep. So just to understand why that might not be working. So I failed again. So this time we're just gonna comment out this entire block and rerun our test and see if that's gonna fail, so we know if the problem was. Oh, so now we know the problem is with this and we need to figure it out. And I swear this was working in the previous version. I would have loved to take it back to version 1, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So we know there's a problem with these. You know what, I think I've got something here. Maybe not. I'm just gonna go to all the integration tests. Let's come down. Yeah. Yep. So this was how I did it for the in-memory database. So we can test this. If this works, then we're not gonna be using the connect version because it's failing for us for whatever reason. And I swear it wasn't failing before. Whatever. So let's show that it's not changed here. Man. I mean, it's one thing to create the in-memory database. It's another thing to connect to it. So we are connecting to a database we've not created. We need to instantiate the database first before we connect, if that makes sense. But we aren't even creating it. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm pretty confident that's the problem. Really confident. So if we create it here first, let's import this local. Sorry, I'm very confident that is the problem, and in that case we might not even need to connect these. We could just pretty much just use this. We're dealing with in-memory. Yep, we can do that. So yep. Cause yeah, we don't have that running already. But anyway, we can do this. What would be the right place to put this? Let's go to config. So what we can do, is there a way for us to tell? I'm wondering if there's a way for us to tell the type here. I guess no. No, 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 no. I'm actually thinking. Because they have to match. Baby, I wanna be your sole provider. Baby, I wanna be something else I would like to try. What you would do is DB connect. I mean, it's a little bit redundant, but I just wanna. Right. Okay. Cause the waves. I'm gonna find you, baby. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. Okay, this is actually another kind of connect. It's supposed to return connect. So it's not. It's actually not a sync. So, with capacity. Let's say it's 20. The API is a little bit inconsistent to me. Let's see. Why don't you use IDs, and what's the biggest advantage of using NeoVim? Sorry, I just saw that. IDs are great. I've used Eclipse. I've used a JetBrains product basically. Was this other popular one? I've used Conda. That's for Python. I've used Spider also for Python. Eclipse, Java development, and I also used IntelliJ. So it was, I don't know, 5 6 years ago. I used this other Java IDE. I don't remember. This was when I was in school also. That was, I don't know, 7 years ago. But why do I use NeoVim? Of course, I've used VS Code also. I use NeoVim because it's just it's standard. So when you learn the key bindings for VS Code, you can do a lot of things also. But when you learn those key bindings, first they are not as smart as Vim bindings because Vim bindings are like as old as it can be, and it's standard. When you go to the terminal, when you SSH into your server, you're still gonna be using a lot of same commands that you use here, right? Obviously, they are like this is like an extension. There are plugins and stuff like that, but by and large, you still use the same command. So this is a lot faster for me to develop. Like when I want to do something or I want to go somewhere, navigate to a file, to a line, to a specific character, I don't think about it. I just go there. But when I'm using VS Code, I need to use my mouse all around. I mean, I can learn some key bindings, but again, when I go to IntelliJ, I lose that. Maybe there might be some extension that can help you use the same key binding, but it's still not standard. I also used Atom and Sublime Text. Well, this is just faster for me. It's more, you develop the muscle memory for different navigations, and also it's more lightweight. You can pretty much get it to do anything you want to do, and that's why I use Neovim. Some of the reasons actually. Um, when I go back to VS Code now, it feels like going back to the Stone Age. It's really unusable. It's really, really, really unusable. Um, you and I must make back. We must bring. What's the standard way of signing in nowadays? Let's check new. Okay, so you can use this approach with. Okay. So there are many ways. So you can use this approach. You can use connect. It better be good to you. I guess that's more generic. You don't have to pass the concrete type. You just put in the argument and it takes care of it. Connect. Oh my god. Let me see the implementation. Okay. How about the implementation of connect itself? I'm getting tired and sleepy actually, so I'm considering maybe continuing this in the morning. Cool. Yep, it is cool. As you can see, it's very easy to like navigate around with it. This is why I don't like navigating into stuff, because Rust Analyzer is just gonna freeze my stuff a little bit. I wish this could just run in the background. I want to be done with this project before New Year. That's my goal, because I have other projects. I wanna. So in first quarter of next year, I have maybe 6 to 7 projects I want to launch on my book, and that's why I'm trying to work really, really hard to get them out. Because I've got some other stuff that I want to start next year. I'm gonna make a video highlighting my plans for next year. First quarter of next year, launch like 6 to 7 open source projects, and before this year ends, I still want to build the proof of concept for CDK test and CDK in Rust. Then I want to build an animation library and a gesture drag and drop library. Gesture generally swiping, dragging, rotating, pinching, zooming, panning, and just some nice kind of like React, Spring, frame and motion kind of stuff, but for Rust. I want to build that. Those are the two main stuff I would like to build next year, or three: animation, Spring library, and Spring physics library, and then the CDK library. Those are the three main open source projects I want to build next year. Then launch the ones I already have now, pretty much like complete. Then I have some others in mind, but I have limited time. I want to build some software at the same time, and that's why I'm working a little bit hard to complete this. Rust Analyzer is frozen, and I think this night is a little bit unproductive. Probably better to go sleep. Tomorrow we'll continue figuring out why this isn't connecting, and maybe we have to find another approach to deal with it. We would have used this, but unfortunately, when you use the SurrealORM approach, it returns a completely different concrete type than if you just do like connect. You use the connect function. The connect function and the connect method return completely different stuff. My ID is taking time to load, so I think this is, oh, okay, it looks like it's loading. All right, so as you can see, they are like different stuff. This is returning connect db, while this is returning um, SurrealORM. So those are like two different types. um, Connect, is there like create? Let's see, create, sorry, okay, engine, any. You're so fine. Still a mismatch. Yeah, there's a little bit of different. And of course, we shouldn't do that. There's still a mismatch there. Slight, tiny bit of mismatch. Could I? Why is this kind of like difficult to work with? God. I think it's my brain just failing me. telling me I need to rest, but I'm not listening because I'm stubborn. Okay, authenticate the current connection. Interesting. I'm so tired. I will just stop the stream. I'll continue tomorrow. I think um, the little refactoring we did by storing an instance of the database is still a win. I need to read through the documentation to see if there has been any change, and especially with the in-memory database, I need to check that out and figure it out. Maybe before I come on the next stream, but still, I think we achieved something. We're now storing the instance of the database, and we are making the CLI struct responsible for um, invoking the create connection stuff, while the command would be responsible for actually instantiating it. So I'll look to the documentation and see how to connect to the database and try to do better on the next stream. Thanks guys for always joining. Keep reading code. Love you. I'm code reader, your code reader. Stay easy, stay cheerful, careful. Have a wonderful weekend, wonderful Christmas, and thanks for supporting. Thanks for always joining. I appreciate everyone. And yeah, we have a lot coming, and I can't wait to share what I've been working on to everyone. So we're working on this SurrealORM. The goal is to create the best database interaction framework ever in any language, and we're starting with something that gives you your cake and making you eat it at the same time. So you're gonna get like an ORM capability, you're gonna get query builder capability, and you're also gonna get like compile time query checking, like static query checker, and the API is very intuitive. And we're starting with SurrealDB, but the plan in the future is to expand to other SQL, NoSQL, and graph databases. And I strongly believe that um, graph thinking is the best abstraction for creating an abstraction that's going to map across database effortlessly. I love you guys. Have a wonderful one. As you can see, I'm really tired. It's almost 1 a.m. and I still have some sleep to catch up on. So I'll see you guys again. Thank you. Love you guys.